What's something you secretly judge people for? When people do good for others in video to put online. I get that Aristotle says that the greatest good is a good that helps both parties. But it doesn't sit well with me. In my experience, those who go out of their way to showcase how much a good person they are rarely a good person once you scratch past the thin mask. Being a selfish, disconnected, neglectful parent who complains about being a parent even though they don't do jack shit for their kids. The attention seekers on Facebook that post things like Google Maps screenshot of the local hospital, well, that was crazy. And then they just watch the likes and the comments pour in, but they don't respond to anything or give any details as to what happened. If you drive a big, loud ass truck, it kills me. They sound like they're really going fast and then you look and they're going 12 miles per hour. People who will whip their phone out to start video recording you and anything else, for everything and anything. Having their butt crack out. A little slip is fine if you realize immediately and then pull your pants up, but if you're sitting at a table with several inches out for an extended period of time, how do you not feel the breeze going through that canyon? Using words incorrectly effect, principle, there, your, whose, etc. Not cleaning up after your dog. If you do this, I believe you to be an asshole. Cleaning off my shoe, or my kid's shoe, blasts a 15-minute hole in my already crazy busy day, all because you don't want to spend 5 seconds cleaning your dog's shit. And don't fool yourself that nobody is going to step there. Kids, especially, step everywhere. Parents that let their toddlers run their life. And to piggyback, parents that don't teach their kids boundaries. Walking a dog without a leash outside of the designated areas. Also, if you cannot control your dog when it's off the leash in the designated areas, don't take it off the leash. Doesn't matter what the size, breed, or temperament of your dog is. If you don't understand why, or still think it doesn't apply to you, you don't deserve a dog. Talking on the phone in public, while being obnoxiously loud then bitching at everyone else for violating their privacy. Making politics a core part of their identity. Secret because getting into a conversation about it with those types is utterly exhausting and I'd rather avoid it. Face tattoos, especially words or phrases. Not you must be a criminal but you followed a really stupid trend in an effort to seem authentic, if they honor their word or not. Taking charge of your words when you are not in the mental state to take charge of your emotions, is very much respectable. Not being able to be on time. I don't mean running late every once in a while. I'm talking about people who literally cannot bring themselves to be on time ever for anything. Get up earlier, set a timer, do something to fix it, or stop apologizing for being late because you clearly aren't sorry. When someone constantly tries to finish your sentences for you, especially when they in fact do not do it correctly. Rolling eyes face. How they interact with their children in public. I worked in retail for 16 years and all I can say is I was wildly and consistently disappointed. If you use your blinker or not. If you hold open doors for people. If you say thank you. If you say hello. I judge the fuck out of people. These are off the top of my head. How they speak. When people consistently use incorrect grammar I can help but feel like they're not that intelligent. Putting I don't judge anyone for anything on a Reddit post asking about judging. The hell you don't. Having bad breath or a crazy BO if you do not have medical conditions that cause them or you can afford to bathe every day but choose not to. You're just irresponsible in my book lol. Being two-faced, acting smart while struggling even with basic stuff, crying about boredom and not doing anything about it other than crying even more. Straight out inability to think outside of the box. Just to name a few. People who can't have a conversation without bringing religion into it. I get it. You think you're being nice by saying your godly pleasantries, but please stop spiritualizing everything. Spreading info that isn't true and acting like they know what they're talking about even though they clearly don't just because their opinion fits their narrative. When people film shit and don't help when something bad happens. Like if someone is hurt. Why are you still filming? Help them. People obsessed with getting married and planning their life around it. They judge me for not wanting to get married and have kids and I judge them for the opposite. People talking on speakerphone in public. People talking on the phone in any form in the elevator. Blatantly stupid financial decisions. When I hear someone tell me they maxed out multiple credit cards at the casino when they're already poor, a little part inside me dies. People who have their mascots, especially dogs outside to live whether it's cold or hot. Of inside the house. When you are having a conversation with someone and after 2 minutes they are already talking about TV shows. Letting their kids roam around and destroying things in stores or restaurants. Also letting them hurt others physically. It happened to my fiancé when we were at a birthday party. This 8-year-old kept hitting him as hard as she could and he didn't do anything in fear that it would cause drama. People posting pictures of themselves more than once every few months. We just saw your ugly all last week, don't need it again already. If they wear pajama bottoms out in public. I don't know why it irks me, as I have no issues with sweatpants or leggings or any other article of clothing I can think of. Shrug. Being obese. Used to be 280-300 pounds. Judge might be the wrong word, but more strongly empathize and wish I could help, which eventually leads me to getting angry. It's not very rational, especially because I know exactly how it happens. I just wish these people realized what a better quality of life is available to them. Especially younger children. In those cases I do judge the parents. Anyone with any of the mostly right-wing stickers on their car. These stickers include but are not limited to Moline LeBay, Thin Blue Line, Punisher, Calvin pissing on anything, Let's Go Brandon, FJBLGB. That was a new one to me the other day, or 3er. You get the idea. Having kids by the dozens and then cry beg Randy don't got shit for them, or that you deserve for others to step up to take care of your kids. Bitch bye. People who act country but drive their fancy truck to their 9-5 listening to country music. And they're not even from the country, they're from the suburbs, their parents also had 9-5s. It's okay to like country stuff, but if you make it your whole personality while it being your background, it's weird. Using an apostrophe before the S when forming a plural, for example, I have 2 pet bunnies. How they treat service staff. Dumping domestic pets out in the wild when they don't want to take care of them anymore. If their cat is an outside cat. More likely to die early by getting hit by a car, eaten by a predator, or catching a disease or parasite. Also very harmful to the bird population. How many times they say sorry, but it's actually XYZ not ABC. Shut up. Surrogate is a real word, you silly twat. Bragging about what a good parent you are on FB. Chances are you aren't if you have to convince others. If they don't say please and thank you to people working in customer service, especially at the grocery store or at the restaurant. Guys wearing baseball caps backwards and then holding their hands up to shield their faces from the sun. 10 points to intelligence. Being grossly overweight. I feel bad, and there are plenty of reasons for obesity, and it's not like I'm a picture of perfect health. But I just know the short and long-term health determinant that being that obese does to your body. I feel bad but definitely judge for it. People who wear their mask below their nose. My fucking god, it's been how many years since we've had to normalize mask wearing and people still can't get it the fuck right? It's not even mandatory to wear now, just don't wear one. Having the latest iPhone when they clearly can't afford it. No one cares except your bank balance. That need to spend money for imaginary status really irks me. People who make fun of those who mispronounce something. You never know a person's history. Maybe they learned that word reading. Maybe English isn't their first language. Maybe, I'm vacationing in Savannah right now and I'm judging these people for paying for carriage rides when the horses are obviously hot and unhappy. Horses already hate walking on concrete and they've got these beautiful animals working all day in the June heat. Why do you think horses want to haul your fat ass around? Couples that have a joint social media account. The wife who is always posting happy or romantic pictures and tagging her husband. How the kids behave. The way people chew gum, saying they really should do yoga, or stretching, and not doing it. Then complaining about their sore back, shoulders, hips, whatever. Not wearing appropriate clothing given the event. Groom wearing jeans at his wedding while the bride is decked out. White to a wedding when not the bride or something close to white. Cargo shorts at a formal event. Wearing the wrong clothing for the climate. Wearing something super sexy at a funeral or kids' events.